The world of Ark Survival Ascended is a beautiful and dangerous place, so full of a variety of creatures that you may face. Such a big world, where do you build your base? Well, I'm here to tell you, you're in the right space. First up on the list, located at latitude 59 by longitude 60, this central cliff location is right next to the redwoods while overlooking the swamp. Some notable features about this base location is that it is a fairly flat area while also having a cliffside on one edge, so you don't have to worry about things coming from that end. It is very centralized, meaning you have easy access to some metal just inside the redwoods, as well as the green obelisk just to the other side. On top of that, the cliff of this base overlooks the swamp, which will take care of all of your water needs. Some of the negatives of this base is that the swamps and the redwoods can be quite dangerous if you're ill prepared, and on top of that, they can also be kinda laggy sometimes. Being centralized means that you are very far from the oceans. Because of that, oil and silica pearls are not an easy resource to obtain. However, the most dangerous thing that you will likely find here is the very rare Rex spawning towards the green obelisk, or the potential of a Rhinognatha coming in from the swamp. Next up on the list, located at 55 by 75. This next spot is right next to the green obelisk, but it's a little bit hidden and hard to find. This spot is a very secluded area that is just dug into the side of a cliff. It boasts a fantastic view and even has an explorer note at the very top of it. The main drawback of this location is that water is down at the very bottom of the cliff, and the nearest metal spot is a couple thousand meters away. Similar to the last spot, this one's also not very close to the oceans, meaning that gathering oil and silica pearls is no easy task. Jumping back into the redwoods now, located at about latitude 65 by longitude 32, this hidden oasis is hidden deep within the redwoods. This location consists of a shallow pond with a small island in the middle of it. Overlooking the pond, there is a large flat area, perfect for any base. Some of the main benefits of this spot is that it is very centralized and you are extremely close to a metal mountain. Not only that, you are a very short walk away from the swamp cave, which is arguably one of the best locations to get top tier loot on the entire map. The downsides of building here is that you're in the redwoods, which can be laggy and are very dangerous. One of the things that makes this location so dangerous is that at any time you could have a Rex just walk right into your base. That and the redwoods are full of Thylas just waiting to pounce on you and ruin your day. This is not a location you want to start your playthrough at. It is much easier to move here once you already have a bit of a start going. Being a centralized location means that you are still very far from the oceans, and once again, oil and silica pearls are no easy task. Number 6 is a very popular spot from Ark Survival Evolved. Located at latitude 89 by longitude 90, this location is commonly known as Herbivore Island. The reason for this is that the only things that will spawn here are herbivores, making this a very safe and beginner-friendly location. The best way to get to Herbivore Island is to spawn at South Zone 3. From there, you can either make a raft or just swim over. However, the waters in between can be a little bit dangerous sometimes. This location has a natural outcropping that makes the perfect dino pen for both land and ocean creatures. All you need is a couple of dinosaur gates. While nothing to write home about, there is a decent amount of metal on the island, perfect to get you started. The main drawback of this location is that it is very separated from the rest of the island, which can make large metal runs or getting to the obelisks very time consuming. On the bright side, you're so separated, you don't have to worry about any dangerous creatures. Next up on the list, we have what I like to call the Igloo, located at latitude 29 by longitude 23. This series of cracks in the glaciers is located at the very base of the Blue Obelisk Mountain, making it perfect for quick and easy metal runs. Because of its location, this base has very easy access to metal, silica pearls, and oil. It is also fairly easy to get to, coming from the northwest coastline. While easy to get to, this spot is not great for beginners, strictly because of how cold it is. On top of that, the snow biome can get some pretty dangerous creatures, meaning you want to fortify it very quickly. Thankfully, that is made pretty easy due to the small nature of the base, as well as only having 2 entrances which can be very easily blocked off. While I don't play PvP, I could see this being a fantastic spot for it. Coming in at spot number 4 now, we have a location that seems like it would be perfect for beginners. However, it has some key flaws that makes it not so great to start at. One of those is that there is no water anywhere nearby, meaning that you would have to rely very heavily on either the rain or chain together water tanks in order to bring water to your base. With that being said, this spot does have its upsides. It has plenty of rebuilt structures that you can set up camp in. There is a huge flat area right next to it if you want to get more creative or have an area for your dinos. It is also right in between 2 of the main mountains where you can get metal at. However, being right in between those mountains mean there is a very small chance that you might just wake up one day with a Giga knocking on your door. Getting here is no easy feat either. Because it is so centralized, no matter where you spawn, you are in for a long journey in order to make it here. These ruined structures are located at 3350. Breaking into the top 3 now, we have this massive open area at the top of a beautiful looking cliffside that stands above a river full of resources. Located at 47 by 80, this spot is great for beginners. You are just a short walk away from a coastal spawn, and you won't find anything very dangerous here either. Hidden on the riverbed, you will find plenty of metal and crystal. And if that isn't enough for you, just head north for a little bit and you'll find another mountain chock full of metal and crystal as well. On top of that, there's also an explorer note just up the hill to help you get started. Once you're ready for bosses, the obelisk is also just a short walk away. Whether you want a big open area, to build on the cliffs, or dive into the water, this spot has it all. Almost there now. Coming in at spot number 2, this hidden lake is surrounded almost entirely by cliffside, making it a naturally very safe place to live. Located at latitude 18 by longitude 73, this location is also one of the most beginner-friendly places on the entire map, while also being able to provide you a good spot to live for later in the game. Spawning anywhere on the coast of North Zone 2 will provide you quick and easy access to this location. Once inside, you'll find a small lake which is very frequently populated with at least a couple of beavers, providing a source of early game cementing paste. Another huge boost to the early game is that there is also an explorer note inside the crater. On top of that, there are multiple different spawn locations for supply drops that are within the walls of your base. The main drawbacks of this base location is that the obelisks are very far away and the metal is not super close either. However, with the revamped supply drops, you won't be needing as much metal as before. Before we get to the final one, let's check out some of the honorable mentions. And finally, sailing in at spot number 1, we have the Pirate Cove. Located at latitude 92 by longitude 55, this beautiful coastline is the home to many possible different building spots, whether you want your own personal pond, a cliffside base, or even to just build on a giant rock. The sky truly is the limit with this one. Being right on the coast, this location is super easy to get to. All you have to do is spawn at South Zone 2 and chances are you're already there. Though there is a large body of water in the middle, it's not very deep, so bringing in deep ocean creatures is not really an option. Thankfully, it's right on the coast, so you can still have them nearby. If you're looking for metal, you don't have to travel far. Just head inland a little bit, either to the west or to the east. Either way, you're going to come across a hill with plenty of metal. Heading back out to the ocean now, there's plenty of oil and silica pearls just waiting for you. It's just going to be down at the bottom of the ocean, meaning it's a little more dangerous to get to. The main drawback of this spot is that obelisks are very far away, and if you're playing on a multiplayer server, you might get other people just spawning in your base from time to time. Well, there you have it. There's your top 9 best locations on the island of Ark Survival Ascended. Let me know down in the comments below what your favorite base location is, or if I missed one that you think would be an even better option, feel free to leave that down below as well. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Goodbye.